gosh, that's a lot of laundry. And I'm sure at this point you're asking, how in the world does he generate that much laundry? Why does he need 2 washers and 2 dryers? What is the full picture? Well, as I think you probably can already assume, I have a little secret. And that's that about 3.5 years ago, I started a glamping company on this farm. This one right here, Your Glamping Adventure. And so I think we're enough episodes in where we can actually talk about the full picture of everything that's going on at the farm and give you a sense of all of the parts of my life that are included. So without further ado, welcome to the farm tour episode. All right, there is absolutely no way I was going to be able to walk you the whole length of the farm. It's 3/4 of a mile on the road to the very back of the farm to where the lake is. So what I thought I would do is instead narrate it from here, talk about what each area of the farm kind of is, or at least how I conceptualize it, give you some aerial shots so you can start to put it together in your own head, that whole picture worth 1,000 words. And then I think we're going to talk about what our plans are for some of the future. Now, on top of that, this was a crazy typical spring week in Tennessee. We had 70 degrees, we had snow and 20 degrees, and today we have 90 degrees. So you put all that together and you're in for kind of a visual treat as you get like 3 of the seasons here all at once at the farm. And I think you'll get a big sense. So to start off, I bought this farm in 2020. It had been abused. It was completely abandoned. It had a little 1,000 square foot farmhouse on it that needed a full reno. It was mouse and snake infested. We had to start there. It had no fences, it had no capacity to take on animals, it had no fields. The sheer amount of work that had to happen just to brush hog this over and over and over, overseed it over and over and over, and start to actually get hay off of it has been a labor of love over the last 6 years. On top of that, you know, the farm itself had almost no infrastructure. So there was no roads, there was an old barn that we had to take down actually as part of the little secret that I'm going to share with you, this secret, the glamping secret, because there was no way to get from the front of the farm to the back of the farm without going through this barn that was falling in. And we've had to add a lot of infrastructure, which I'll show you highlights of those videos because we recorded the entire process of building the first structure. And really the adventure that has been and the journey that has been creating a space for everyone to love. So without further ado, let's talk about the 4 areas. In my mind, the 4 areas of the farm are, there's this area at the front, which is pretty much where I live and what I enjoy and where you've seen the gardens being built and you know, you'll see the orchard being planted. The little bit of orchard that I started 3 years ago, actually, most of those trees, I'm excited to say, are coming in, which is pretty cool. Then we have this middle section, which is where the farm gets its name. It's called 5 Meadows Farms, and there are 5 distinct meadows that run in this middle section, all different sizes, but yet 5 distinct meadows. And then we have the area that's along the lake shore. So this farm actually carries a 1.5 miles of core line. Now, most of that you can't actually see the trees. In fact, when I bought this farm, they literally said there's no lake views on the farm. Haha, I fooled them. There was actually a great spot where the core line fell off the cliff and I could actually capture some lake views, and you're going to see some of those. And that's where the domes are built, which we got 2 Pacific domes from Portland, Oregon that we put in there and made them uber luxury. And then we also have this kind of valley that we own both sides of the valley because of how the farm is situated. And that's the spot where we put 3 tents that we brought in from Amsterdam that you're going to see, as well as the 6th rental structure on this farm. And, you know, we're not going to be able to give you a sneak peek, but there will be a 7th one on that same ridge line there as well. So without further ado, let's start up at the front. So the front part of the property is really dedicated to us. This is where the house is. This is where the gardens are, right here and here.
Those are going to actually be expanded a little bit. You know, we started some of that. I didn't get it done before we left for our trip, and so I'm a little nervous that armadillos or something, rabbits, have eaten all my potatoes, but here's hoping that that changes. You can start to see here, there's a little bit of an orchard. There's about a dozen trees so far that have already been planted over the last couple of years. We had a lot of flowers this spring. This is actually going to be filled in with all orchard and then surrounded by a fence so that the dogs have access to playing with it. This road that you see here behind me, and I'll show you a little picture, we used to have it so that you had to go in and out a different entrance and exit at Five Meadows, but unfortunately what that did is when you're living here, you're going to have people driving by in front of you all the time. So instead, what I just did earlier this year, you actually saw in one of my videos me doing some excavator or skid loader work, is we widened the original road for the first part of it so I could close this road down. So this road is officially only here in case of an emergency tied to these power lines, which is why we built it in the first place. And now the beautiful thing is I can block this road or at least block it off, and I can actually enjoy my front yard and the space off my sauna and all of that. Well, the middle part of Five Meadows Farms, I would have said was dominated by grass, but you've already been introduced to the Stars, 7 and Dixie Lee. They now are going to dominate this section. All of this temporary fencing is going to get replaced, at least the front edge, with nice three-board fencing so people can enjoy them. There's so many pictures I already have from guests. It's so fun. A lot are curious of the symbol, but it actually comes from this tree right here. You can't really see it right now very well, but that tree looks so magnificent and it stands out in and amongst itself, and that's really been the inspiration for this property. Imagine being snugged up. So the big question is what are we going to do back here? Well, one of the goals of your glamping adventure and the things we're doing here is not really believing in packing in as many as you possibly can. And so you can see back over my shoulder here, the shed, that's where the 2 domes are. There's at least one more that's going in there on the point, potentially one, because we're looking at adding Scottish Highland cows. So there might be one that you can feed the Scottish Highland cows when you're having breakfast. The other one, this ridge line right here that you can see, you can kind of barely see that new structure that's going in. The surprise one's going in over there. The tents are back there. This we're going to try to keep open. Ideally, again, we're probably going to run a few cows, not very many, 2, 3. But there is going to be one more build site here. I think we're going to do a little 3-plex, and that's because this is the best views of the entire lake, as far as I'm concerned, at least from this property. Some of the most beautiful. You can see Short Mountain, and well, I'll show it to you, but there'll be at least 3 more here too. So fun getting spring storms. I'm not used to it. Hot tub down below there. This one's cutely made for two. It's called Snuggle Buggle. This one up here is the only one of its kind in the world. Don't you love the March snowstorm here in Middle Tennessee? That never happens. This one's made for birthday parties and men's retreats and women's retreats, and this one has the only one on the property right now that has a wonderful spot for a fire pit here. As you can see, big deck, a hot tub, and one of the more beautiful views of the entire bay or valley. So lots of goals for this section. It lights up at night so beautifully, just like a resort. Obviously, you've gotten a couple of sneak peeks of this. This is going to be the fourth structure along this ridgeline, this cabin, which we're actually going to operate for the first time. That'll have a beautiful hot tub and fire pit down on this deck, which I just saw 40 turkeys just walk through there, go up, and then across the main field. I got a little video at the end. And last but not least, we're going to go down here, and there's actually going to be one more. There's a pond down there that we've created. It's small, but it's unique, and our goal is to put a really one-of-a-kind thing. We actually just signed a contract this week on putting, really, there's only 3 of them in North America, similar to the tents that we brought in from Amsterdam. There's only 3 of these from North America. They're all from Spain, and we're looking forward to putting one in down there. So, things happening here. This video has taken an exceptional long period. This was supposed to be a simple farm tour, yes, it's been a crazy week. We had a freak snowstorm and 20 degrees early in the week. It's supposed to be 90 tomorrow. So I get the weather is crazy, and we also got contacted by the state of Tennessee Tourism Board. They want to rent the whole farm here in a few weeks and bring a group of riders in to experience a simple and pure life experience in Middle Tennessee. I mean, huge honor. But I haven't had problems any of my other crazy weeks finding time to do videos. This week though was a little different, and I think it's because this farm has always felt very personal to me. And what we've created here, John, Emily, and myself, It's been a passion project for all three of us. I'm from Minnesota. My parents live way up on the North Shore in the summertime, and there's a writer up there named Sigurd Olson who writes all about the North. He was a conservationist in the 50s, and he was one of the people that really helped create the Boundary Waters. And Sigurd Olson has a book called Listening Point, which is about this cabin at the end of a point on Burnside Lake in northern Minnesota outside of Ely. And he talks about how intentionally he built everything in this cabin for himself. And one of the favorite parts for me, one of the most memorable parts, not where he placed it or what's in it or how he enjoys the lake or how the seasons affect it. He talks about the windows in the cabin. And he talks about how windows should never be the star of the show. They should invite you as the person experiencing nature to look through the window and come out and be in nature. It's that level of intentionality and that level of personalness that I really wanted to drive into every structure we've created here and everyone we're going to create here. Because we purposely don't have televisions, for instance, at any of the properties, and we never will. We intentionally have things like hot tubs and fire pits at every one of the properties, because that's the types of places that people commune and reconnect. The motto for this place is disconnect or reconnect by disconnecting. And even though we have Google Fiber throughout the whole farm, the whole point of this is to reconnect with people that matter. But it's even more than that. Costa Rica is one of my favorite countries in the world. I've been there multiple times. And the motto of Costa Rica is Pura Vida. I like it so much I had it tattooed to my arm. The concept of Pura Vida is, the direct translation is pure life, but it's not that. It's more simple life, and it's more finding gratitude in all of the simple pleasures of life. And I think that's what this farm gives every one of our guests. We've had 2,500 nights as of last month that we have hosted people in our beds at this farm in the 3 years we've had it. And I think they get to experience Pura Vida, a pure, simple life that they can find gratitude in here. In beautiful sunsets and sunrises and the night noises and Arnie the armadillo that goes underneath a bunch of the decks and makes a lot of noise and gets people all excited, thinking that there's a pack of wolves running through. And the turkeys and the deer that they get to experience, and now in the animals that we've added as well. There is something about nature that people are desperately missing in cities. I was desperately missing in a city. And when you come to a place like this and get to experience it just full on, you only have a layer of canvas between you and nature. There's Pura Vida in that. There's an invitation to just embrace nature and not sit behind the glass and just watch the day go by. That's the one gift I wish I could give everybody.